just got signed with CAA.
Yeah, but he needs money. He does need money.
You don't know that. Don't speak on behalf of somebody
Training
else.
videos. Training videos.
Training videos. If all else fails, go back and do training videos.
I will say this: Love, biggest break in my career.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So when you auditioned, obviously, or no?
I auditioned for 3 different parts, and then
what part?
Wasn't right for any of them, and so then they wrote a part for me.
Nice.
That's why my
how
character's.
You know you're good.
Thank you. That's why my character's name is Chris on the show.
Oh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you went in for Allison, right?
I went for Allison. Thank God Allison Jones saw me in Chicago at Second City. She saw me on stage, so that was great because she saw what I could do. And how cool of her to fucking fly to Chicago to just check out talent. You know?
I want to say this. Have I ever said this on the show about Allison?
Not yet.
Probably not on the show.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Allison Jones is a casting director in L.A. And probably 75% of all my jobs has been through her, like A-list jobs.
Totally.
And without her, I would have nothing.
Totally.
She is one of the best. And she, even if I'm not right for something, or even if I don't read well, she still calls me in, and she's still very like respectful. And also, you have a feeling when you're at her place,
totally different than anywhere else.
Yes.
It's warm.
But I always question that, though, because he always comes back from certain auditions just completely distraught, downtrodden, and, basically traumatized, right? But there was one audition outside of Allison Jones, this other woman.
Wendy O'Brien.
Yeah, where
she's good, too.
Yeah, that's
the Seth Rogen
but
show?
wouldn't, as a casting director, wouldn't you want to create a nurturing space for people to actually perform to the best of their ability? Because that way you get the best person for the job. Now, if you make it such a high tense situation all the time, that person probably is great, but has a tendency to be more anxious than the guy to the left.
But there's another theory, though. The other thought process is this, is that make the audition as uncomfortable and as stressful and as pressurized as possible so that we know that this person can do it.
That this guy's a pro. Well, I don't like that personally.
Fuck that method.
That's what fucking SNL is, man.
Yeah.
That's SNL. You're standing on the stage that you have seen on TV since you were a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Where the host gives the monologue.
Yeah.
And you're auditioning into a darkness and nobody laughs.
So that's true. No one laughs, right?
I mean, people I heard giggles and stuff, but it's not it's not a warm room by any means.
Yeah. Wow.
So they basically set you up for failure.
Yes. And I think it's probably what Bobby just said, that the second school of thought.
Yeah.
Let's test him.
We want to hire a guy who can hack it out.
Right. But I mean,
I don't respond that way.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I respond to warmth. That's exactly what Allison Jones is. You shoot the shit for 10 minutes before you do the audition.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? What's going on?
Yeah. And then because there was a girl that they cast to play my girlfriend. They cast, which is basically based on her.
Oh, right. Right.
And she's half Filipina too. I met her.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's where that came from.
That's where it came from, because I went anyway.
That's
Very
so
cool.
So they wanted me to read with the actresses.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So
she's fucking so
great.
cool, by the way.
She's great. And so Allison had me in.
I gotta learn more about this.
You're
I gotta
gonna love
hear.
it. Ask questions after what I'm about to fucking
You're
say,
the
bro.
guest.
Well,
Everything is going to be directed back at you.
Okay.
But I read girls, and then you know how you're in an audition, and when they close the door when you leave, you want to know what they're saying.
Oh yeah.
And you think look at that guy's breath. What is that? A fucking Cambodian jungle? Whatever it might be that they say in my head. You know what I mean? That's what I think. You know what I mean? God damn, I want to kill him. Jeez. Or something like that.
Just brush your teeth before an audition.
Nah, dude.
Bobby doesn't do that.
But no, Allison's like, when they close the door, I thought she was going to go, oh, that girl. No, it's just like, kind of like your shoes.
Totally.
Man, your shoes are cool. And I'm like, oh, you don't talk shit. You're a good. I mean, there was a couple girls that didn't read well. And she doesn't, no, that's just the way it is.
Totally.
She doesn't care. She gets it. You know what I mean?
Basically, she's just a nice person. How about that?
Yes.
Some people want to make others suffer and have that power trip. Others just want people to do their best, and she's just one of those.
She's one of those people.
Want to see people
but
do well.
There's a reason that when you look at comedy in the last 10, 15 years, her name is on a lot
Everything.
of those. The Office, Parks and Rec, going back to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Apatow
Wow.
movies.
Bridesmaids, the new Ghostbusters, every Apatow movie.
Yeah. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Arrested Development.
Yes, Freaks and Geeks.
Anything cool and
Yes.
good.
Yes.
She does.
Yes.
So I mean, you know.
You want to be in her good graces then.
Yeah.
Always.
So I have to plug this now
Okay,
because
go
this
ahead.
is very apropos. I host a monthly show at UCB Sunset, and it's an interview show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a live interview show on stage. It's an hour long. It's called So You Do Comedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my guest on July 25th, this coming July 25th, is Allison Jones.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
I'll be there.
We have to be
It
there.
really,
we have to go.
go.
You have to please,
Please, I want to go.
please.
Yeah.
Do we have
And
to, do we have to pay?
it's,
Okay,
no,
Bobby.
no, I'll put you on the.
No,
$5, babe.
$5.
I mean,
no. You know what? No, fuck you.
he's gonna ask you. You know what?
No, fuck you.
He's
Listen,
He's gonna
no.
ask you for a trailer next.
And I've only done. This will be my 7th show.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you who my other guests have been because they've been cool.
Okay, God, tell me.
And then I was gonna wait, but I wanted to ask you.
Okay, I'll do it. But give me the other. guess.
Well, once I kind of run out of A-listers,
Oh,
I was
okay, got
wondering
it.
if. First show was Bob Odenkirk.
That's your boy too.
You ever heard of him?
Yes.
Second show, Fred Willard,
Huge
Crazy.
legend.
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 Third, Andy Richter,
Legend.
legend. Fourth, Lorraine Newman from SNL, original cast.
Ooh, she's still alive.
Original cast.
How old is she?
She's up there. Well, no, she's not up there. Excuse me.
She's a legend.
She's
Lorraine
probably
Newman's
late
legend.
60s. Legend.
Yeah.
Then David Koechner from.
I love him. Yeah.
Anchorman,
I do
great.
stand up with him. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, right. And then just last 2 weeks ago was Martin Mull. Do you know who
I
that is?
love him. Legend.
Legend.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to wait a year.
No.
I can feel it.
No.
Yeah, but that's no. I'll wait a year.
No.
There's
Why do you
too
have
many
to
other
wait?
Too many. Oh, you're doing history. You know, there's history involved. I'll do it in a year when you're running out. I'll do it at the end. I'll be like a replacement. Like Martin Mull didn't show up for the second one.
Chris, how would you introduce Bobby if he was on the show?
Oh my God! I would have to say Mexican teenagers.
Your favorite?
when I run out of guests, I was laughing the other day about Seinfeld's comedians in cars. How he's eventually going to run out of guests and cars. And it's going to be like, today we got Paula Poundstone in a Honda Accord. I'm very funny.
You're very good. You're so good, dude. But I'm going to say this because you guys, let me say something about sketch guys.
Uh-huh.
Whenever people want to come to my show as a stand-up, I put them on the list. I buy their drinks. I take care of them. With sketch guys, you have to wait in that line. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay the cover. The seats are all fucked up. You know what I mean? And then you're going, oh, why? Why is it like that? I'm asking you to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
I know.
UCB
It is, man.
runs that.
Yeah. Or there's only 2 people in the audience.
Oh,
Yeah, either or.
God
Yeah.
damn.
I know because man, stand up is its own fucking professionally run thing.
Yeah.
Sketch is still a circus.
It's
still
a circus, yeah.
Yeah. Except Second City in Chicago, they run a tight ship.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because I used to do that club.
Up, yeah.
The
Yeah,
Up.
yeah.
Right.
No, it's a really good thing. I remember being on Mad and going to Second City and watching the Saturday show
Oh wow.
with everybody. Yeah, it was really good. I like watching Groundlings too sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Very good. That's fantastic. Eddie, have you done any movies yet?
No.
I hear you're a magician, a real
Talk
life
about
magician.
it.
Are
She
you
did
really?
her
He's
research.
like a pro.
That's how I
did.
started in
Wait,
showbiz.
you do magic?
He's afraid
He's
of
afraid
magic,
of it.
terrified of any type of magic.
You are?
He's sweating.
Do you do magic?
You did your research.
No, you do fucking magic.
That's how I started in showbiz. I was a birthday party magician.
Are you good at it?
Not really, but
Can you do one now?
I don't know. Do you like birds?
Ooh.
Very good one.
Very funny.
Wow.
Very funny.
Very good. Was you work with cards and stuff?
Not really. All my tricks require like a little setup. So like I could leave the room and then come back and do a cool trick, but
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you could leave and come back and do it?
right. They require a little setup. Like had I known you were going to ask me, I would have shit in my pockets to do.
Ah.
But like,
So it's not. I know,
oh fuck, here we go.
but it's not real magic.
No, of course it's not real magic. It's all bullshit.
Wow.
Because
And that's why I then, when I was 15, looked in the mirror and was like, "Am I going to be a fucking magician?" No, I'm going to. So then I switched to
So
comedy.
you thought that this could be a
Oh
career
yeah.
path for you.
For sure. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that's
Like
pretty
this-
cool. It's a real career, babe.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a real career. Hot stuff.
Well, like
Yeah.
this bottle cap right here, you
Yeah.
know, like if I took it right here,
Yeah.
went like that.
Wow! Wow! That was fucking magic.
What it's like to be white.
Oh!
He got up.
I can't.
Daddy's
Get
afraid.
out, get out of my house. That's fucking weird.
That was
dude.
good, Chris. That was good.
That was really good, Chris.
But yeah,
Can I
it's-
say? What about this one?
Mhm.
Because one time
Oh god.
I drew like a photo. I drew a picture and he ripped it up, and then it was like in my pocket or something. How
Oh
does that
yeah,
hap- how does
we're
that
at the
happen?
Magic Castle.
How does that happen?
Have you been there?
Yeah. How does
Yeah.
that happen?
He
No, I've
hasn't
never
been there
but how
yet.
does that
He
happen?
will
you
not
haven't?
take me because he's afraid of it.
I'm
You're
afraid of
afraid
magic.
of
I hate.
magic?
In fact, because you know magic,
Uh-huh.
you're now a notch below. Like no more dick pics.
No,
Yeah.
please.
No. But how do they do that?
I don't
You
know. I don't know.
You can't expose
can't reveal.
tricks.
Yeah, he knows this fucking guy.
Of
He
course.
No, I
he
really
does.
don't
Yeah,
know.
he knows the tricks of the trade.
You
No,
you
I-
remember Magic Castle?
No, but I like going there. But I stopped. I was learning it up until I was like 15, and then I was like, I'm not gonna be a fucking magician. So then I stopped. So, I don't,
How
I'm not
did you
that
start
good at it.
doing magic tricks, and what drew you to it?
My grandpa did magic tricks at the Thanksgiving dinner table,
Mm-hmm.
and I got interested. I wanted to learn about it. And then in Chicago, there's magic shops, and my dad signed me up for magic lessons and drove me into the.
Really? What a cool
yeah.
dad.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
And how old were you then when you did
Probably
magic lessons?
12, 13. So
Aww.
I know.
That's amazing.
And then I saw my first Second City show when I was like 14, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
that's what you really wanted to do is sketch.
Because then I looked on the wall at Second City, and there's all my heroes: Bill
Yeah,
Murray, John
yeah,
Belushi,
right.
and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. And now here you are in Hollywood.
And now here I am in Bobby
This is
Lee's
insane.
second bedroom.
That's
Second
insane.
bedroom, yes.
So Khalyla and I watched Conjuring 2 last night.
We did.
Did you see it?
No,
Mm.
Did you
good.
see Conjuring 1?
I saw
no.
Conjuring.
You don't watch
You
any?
don't need to see. Well, have watched.
Well, I
Conjuring
like
1 to
that
get
shit, but I
this,
just
yeah.
haven't seen it. Should I
Oh.
Yeah?
tonight?
No. Yeah, you can watch it tonight. You don't have to see the
Do you
first
scare
one. to watch it.
easy?
I mean, I like scary movies.
I
It's pretty
scare
fucking scary.
so
It
easy.
is?
Yeah. You know, it wasn't masterfully crafted. Like I like the movie The Witch was so beautiful. Everything about it, the music
It's an
was
art
like,
house film.
Yeah,
Bitch, yeah.
but this movie was just to me straight up scary.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I love. Yeah, we were screaming. I got elbowed in the ribs by him. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just a whole,
I scream loud, huh?
like too loud,
Yeah. I go like, ah! I
Yeah,
go
yeah.
really loud.
really loud.
Screeching.
Yeah, I screech. Like
Yeah.
because you know what?
We got yelled at by the people in front of
in
us.
front.
did?
Oh, at the movie.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Jessica kicked the.
We
Kept
were all
kicking the-
afraid. We were all holding each
Yeah.
other, and then the guy like turned around. He's like, "Can you not kick your chair?"
He's like,
please?"
hey, Bobby Lee, stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Please stop, Bobby Lee.
yeah.
But it was pretty fucking scary, you know. And and the English are scary.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about English kids with their
Yes.
crooked teeth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And their bad feet.
Bad feet.
They have bad
Mm.
feet.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a
You
stereotype.
said I had Kate Blanchett feet,
She's different.
so I thought that was something that was
No,
a
you have
compliment.
nice feet. Kate Blanchett's English. She's Australian, right?
Oh, is she? I don't know.
No, she's British, I think.
No, look it up.
I don't know. I don't care.
You don't, you don't care? I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
look it- look it
can't
up,
wait for her
George.
to. I can't wait for Kate Blanchett to listen to this.
No, but
Oh my
the
God.
movie is based on true events.
Oh, it is. Oh, see,
Yeah.
that even makes it more.
It makes it
Australian
creepy.
actress.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
is
sure.
Australian.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah,
good
that-
on you, baby.
Thank you. But yeah, it's it's a real case called Haunting at Enfield. That's what it's called in England. Okay, and if you look at YouTube, the BBC, they have the real recording. Of the, yeah, they do.
Oh.
Yeah, real
And
images.
The
and
real
stuff.
images and stuff, and it was a real thing, and it's like, no, thank you.
Is the first one good?
Annabelle, right? It's like this.
Is the
doll.
first movie good?
Yes.
First one's
Yeah,
good. The
Conjuring's
doll.
good. Yeah.
And I can find it on Netflix.
No.
You don't have money?
Where can I watch it?
Bible will give you money.
iTunes?
Conjuring, the
You know
first
what?
Conjuring.
You know
he
what?
has on.
No, yeah, no.
I don't need your
That-
fucking
that-
Conjuring
no,
money.
Wow, there it is.
I don't need your
Yeah, yeah.
Conjuring money. Oh,
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Conjuring tonight.
Well, he has a
You know,
girlfriend, so like, give him another
Here's a
time.
couple
no,
extra guy- yeah,
Bobby,
yeah.
you
If
can't
you don't
afford
take
this.
that, if you don't take that money,
You can't afford this.
if you don't take this money right now to watch The Conjuring, listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. If you don't fucking take this money for The Conjuring, you and I are done.
That's true.
Take the
too.
fucking money.
This is how
You
much we pay our guests for
fucking-
podcast
Yeah,
appearances.
yeah.
So just take
Now
it.
do a magic trick. Now
Hand
do a magic trick.
Guess what happened over the week, guys?
What?
Bobby Lee got verified on Instagram finally.
You did,
Yeah!
Bobby. How did it happen?
Tell us.
He begged his agent to do something to
And?
raise hell. So call your agent after all.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
I
Is
don't
that
know,
really
I don't
how you
know
do
how
it?
they do it, but I don't know how they do it, but Nick Youssef, my feature, and Sarah Tiana, who were both my features on the road, were verified before me. God. And it really hurt my feelings.
It really should, because I'm not joking. You have the best Instagram account I've ever seen.
Thank you so much.
You really,
really nice coming from your mouth.
you really.
But that's not the point. The fucking point is that when you're verified, right, it makes it kind of more legitimate.
Totally.
And to see people that have not done nothing in their careers really to be verified before me,
Oh my God.
it really fucking burns.
Yeah, because I was telling him I know a soccer player who plays in like the D League in India who had 4,000, actually like 1,000 followers who got verified and he didn't.
That's a
D-League?
crime.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a crime.
But then I looked, and like Wee Man has 500,000 followers.
Oh my God.
No, not verified.
How's
Not.
that determined? I wonder.
I don't know.
Can I tell you something that drives me fucking
Tell
crazy?
me.
My girlfriend's verified and I'm not.
How many followers
On,
is
on Twitter.
Kitty?
It's
On
not
Twitter?
about.
I thought it was
drives you crazy.
followers.
On Twitter.
It drives you crazy.
It drives me.
Does she post more?
Huh?
Does she tweet more? Perhaps?
Probably. Yeah.
Who has more followers?
Yeah, but she's also on a TV show that's great.
What's the show?
It's called Teachers. It's on TV Land, and her and her girlfriend started it together.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's really cool.
Are you
And
guys
it's-
starting on it?
Not yet. Well, yeah. What the fuck's that about too?
Yeah, you got some cool things that you have to fucking work on. Your personal life. Let me ask you this: she have more followers than you?
Yes, she does,
How much more?
but not a lot. I only have 900 followers on Twitter, and
Well, that's the problem.
1,700 on Instagram.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Fuck you.
900 followers.
Yeah, man.
Followers shouldn't matter though. It's whether or not you have
George.
credits, right?
Are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
But are you on Twitter? How many followers do you have?
Oh,
Mhm.
this guy.
Wow.
See, this is called. You know what this is called?
No.
You know what this is called?
What?
Upward and downward social comparison. And this is what's fucking up our culture. Everything.
Get
Yeah.
it, Chris. Go.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
into
tell
it,
me,
Chris.
tell me.
No, I'm serious.
Teach-
You know
teach
how
me.
everybody's kind of depressed right now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How everybody's kind of things are kind of weird right now, and everybody's kind of depressed.
I think Brexit has something to do with it. People just have this mood.
Brexit. Yeah.
But I'm not just talking about right now. I'm talking about the zeitgeist right now. I'm not just talking about this week or last week.
No, in general, yeah.
In
In,
general.
the last 5 to 10 years, yes.
There's a thing called upward social comparison and downward social comparison. And upward social comparison is when you're looking at fucking all this shit that we're all addicted to now. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all this shit. You get it? And you're looking and you're going, oh my God, this person has such a cooler life than me.
Mhm.
This person's killing it. And you're comparing yourself to that.
Yeah.
And we do it constantly now. Constantly. Before you go to bed, we're doing it.
Yeah.
When you first thing
First thing when you
first
wake up.
thing when I wake up, what am I
Yeah.
doing? I'm grabbing my phone, scrolling through everything, and I see people and I go, "This guy's doing better than me," and I compare myself, and it
Takes you down the rabbit
takes
hole.
you down the rabbit hole.
It does.
Whoa.
So we're all doing that constantly now. Constantly,
Yeah.
we're doing that.
And it's based on an unreality. It's
Yes.
not everybody curates their social media based on how they want to appear, not really. It's not true to their life. And I tell
Totally.
Gilbert this all the time. He says, "Wow, your snaps are funny, your Instagram's funny." I'm like, "I'm miserable.
Totally.
I'm miserable. I've been sick."
Yes.
That is a zero reflection on the
It's
reality
a
of my
greatest.
life.
It's a greatest hits
Yeah.
of everybody's.
Yeah.
Yes. Another thing, somebody who said this so great. Facebook, all this shit is the cocaine of affirmation.
Yeah, it is. That yes.
It's the
the
cocaine.
likes,
Yes.
snorting likes.
Yes, and you
Reaction,
get that
reaction.
hit. You get that
Yeah.
hit of dopamine, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing good now."
Yeah.
And then, but then it fades, and then you need it again, and it's this.
Yeah.
So anyway, upward social comparison is me looking at you, going, "Fuck, Bobby Lee's got how many followers you got?"
On what?
And
Instagram.
Instagram,
130.
132,000.
Jesus. So see, just hearing that right now, I go, "Fuck, this guy's got
No, I'm
100."
better than you.
Yeah, well, that's true. but I go, this guy's got a fucking 130,000 followers.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck, I have 900, and that makes me feel like shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm, you know, he's more popular, he's more famous, da 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 da. And I go down, okay. But then I hear, what's George here?
Yeah.
Has 30 followers.
Yeah.
That's called downward social comparison. And I go, oh well, at least I'm not this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you become two types of monsters.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
He's turning so.
Fuck you, George. Fuck you, George. You fucking piece of shit.
Why? But
But that creates two kinds of monsters in you. It makes you both the insecure guy and the guy who looks down at the guy with 30 followers.
right.
So you're a double-headed monster.
But then it evens out. So what's the problem?
It doesn't even out.
Yeah, you
because-
look at other people and you go, "Oh my god, I'm not Eric Stone
No,
Street."
you feel shitty and
Then
you
I
are
look
shitty.
at fucking Chris and I go, "Oh fuck, I'm
also-
not this fucking piece of shit."
And you also look
And
at,
I'm even. I feel even.
and then you look at DP and feel
Yeah, because he has well,
Well, okay, I have an obsession of.
can we just make an admission now? So
What?
when we first started this podcast, I was used as a pawn. He has an obsession with a particular.
Don't say the name.
Okay, we had with a particular Asian comedian.
Don't. That's specific.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hi, bad.
And he checks his Instagram first thing in the morning, at 20 times during the day, and last thing before he goes to bed.
Only his.
Mostly downward comparison,
I do downward comparison.
but also a lot of what if this becomes me? Okay, and then what happens is he used me as a pawn in the beginning, a few episodes of our podcast, and I unleashed, a lot of like, why does this? I basically grilled his Instagram
I told
account.
her no. Okay.
That we're being honest. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
Chris is here. Yeah.
The truth is the truth is you have an obsession with him. It's not me. And let's talk about this type of obsession since we're in the topic of downward
the
upward.
reason
Yes,
why
yes,
I'm
yes.
obsessed with this person is because he's down here, but he tries to make people believe that he's not who he is.
Yes.
And it drives me crazy. So he does little lines. He hashtags a lot. He likes his own photos. You know what I mean? He's the first guy to like his own photos. He does a lot of things.
Right.
You know what I mean? He'll say hashtag his name in plural, hashtag his name and friends.
Self-important.
He's very self-important
Totally.
in that way.
Oblivious, too.
And it drives me fucking crazy.
Totally.
What is that? What is that?
Well, I can tell you what he is.
What is he?
He's deeply insecure.
He's
And then
insecure.
he's deeply insecure too because
Right.
he's afraid. He pits himself against this guy as if they were in the same
Right.
racetrack.
Bracket.
Yeah. So I say before I
'Cause they're both
post anything,
Asian.
before I post anything, I'll go to Khalyla and go, does this feel like that guy? She goes, no. And okay.
Yeah.
And I'll post it. Like I'm obsessed.
I know. Why do we do that?
You know, is there a book I can read? I want to learn.
Well,
Do you have that person in your life where you're just pitted against all the
yes,
time?
Yes.
Who is
yes.
it? You
I'm
get
not
one
gonna
name?
say-
No,
I'm not
we're
gonna say.
yeah.
But is it that
Yes.
person in comedy?
Yes.
Sketch guy?
Yes.
Does he live in L.A.?
Yes.
Same management
would-
company.
You wouldn't. You probably wouldn't even know.
And so you have the same person in your life, I'm sure, that you're pitted against.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think everyone has that.
I think so too.
I think that's healthy, in a way.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's competitive. I
The
think
rivalry?
yeah, I think it's healthy. I make up adversaries, so it motivates me.
You create adversaries?
In my head, because this guy has no idea that I feel the way I do, or I'm
We've
obsessed the
mentioned
way I
him
am.
in all 48 of our episodes on this podcast.
You say his name out
That's
loud?
how obsessed he is.
You
Yeah,
say his name?
we have.
Yeah, but I love him in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love him in a way. I say I'm the Joker. He's Batman.
Batman,
Like
yeah.
we can't live without each other. Even though he has no idea that I have this thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he has no idea.
So I'm
I
obsessed
feel like he
with
should
it.
be a guest on our show. I
He
truly
won't do
believe
it.
that.
There's no way you can do it.
You
I
don't
think you should
so?
look the man right in the eye and say, "Hey, I check your Instagram 87 times a day."
God, you're wise.
Admission.
Me too,
babe.
huh?
It might release you off that burden, of that weight that you feel in your stomach when you wake up in the morning.
Give me a book. I want to write it down. Upward what? I
No.
really want to look it up.
Well, that's just not
Upward
from a
mobile
book.
stability. What's it called?
That's called upward social comparison.
Okay, upward
Social comparison and downward social
Okay,
comparison.
social comparison. Okay,
And downward social
I can
comparison.
get that. Okay,
But a book you should read is called Daring Greatly
daring greatly.
by Brene Brown
Why?
because it's great.
What's
Talks
it
about all
about?
this shit. Talks about all this shit.
It does.
So you've been sober for 2 years. What was the point at which you decided, okay, like this is enough. My life is on a downward trajectory and things have got to change?
I had been saying this. I had been talking to myself for a long time. You got to stop this. What the fuck are you doing? Every morning I wake up with a hangover because I binge. I was a binge drinker. I wasn't drinking by myself. I wasn't drinking in the morning. But when I started drinking, the floodgates opened, and I would binge.
Let's get cocaine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's shots of Jameson, and then
Right.
Coke and all that shit.
Could you perform that way or no?
No, but it was always after, like at Second City.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing Second City in Chicago, you're like a local celebrity, and you go to the bar afterwards, and everybody just saw you kick ass for 2 hours, and they're like, "We gotta buy this guy shots."
Yeah.
And then it's Jameson, and then it's fucking Miller Lite, and white guy drunk.
Yeah.
And then I would get, I would be an asshole, and do stupid shit.
Right.
And then eat a burrito.
Yeah.
So
you read a book, right? You read a book to help
So,
you.
but then to answer your question, there was one night where I took a bunch of mushrooms and took a bunch of Molly and drank a bunch.
What a weird combo.
Totally weird combo. And so what it did was the Molly made me feel all happy, and the mushrooms made me like look at my life.
Yeah.
And I had this fucked up night where I stayed up till noon the next day. My heart, doom, 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 doom. And that night, I was like, "You're done, dude. You're gonna fucking kill yourself."
You
I
hit your
hit my
bottom.
bottom.
Yeah.
So no M&Ms, kids. No M&Ms. No Molly and mushroom combo.
That's right.
Yeah. You hit your bottom.
What do they
there.
call it? Candy flipping or something like that?
Is that what
There's
it
a
is? So
name
that's
for
a
it.
real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But-
you read a book though.
So then the next day, I'm talking to myself, "You're done. You can't fucking keep doing this." And I was calling some friends and asking about AA. Okay, I'm like, "What? Tell me about this AA." I have a lot of friends who were doing it, and I wanted to learn about it. But I always knew, not to say anything about AA, but again, I'm an atheist, and I know that there was a religious thing to it.
There is.
Whatever. I know certain people do it differently or whatever, and they, whatever. Fuck you. Don't.
What the fuck?
Cut to 5 years earlier, I used to smoke cigs in college.
I know what those are. Yes.
And I read a book called The Easy Way to Quit Smoking. Okay? And that is what made me quit, because it was great. And so then I look and I see this guy also wrote a book called The Easy Way to Quit Drinking. And I read it cover to cover, and I haven't had a drink since.
Wow.
That was 2 years ago.
Wow. And you don't have desire or anything.
Not at all. It takes away the desire.
It's
That's what the book
amazing.
does.
We get into this discussion often because he's very, and I get it, he's very gung-ho about AA, and he feels like that is the only way to get sober because it worked for him, right?
Sure.
But I'm a believer in, people taking different paths based on their personality, based on, like it's very circumstantial. It's also, but we fight about this all the time. And I do think there are multiple ways to get sober.
Yes.
So
think so,
congrats.
too.
Yeah, I do. But can I can I argue?
Please.
May I argue?
Please.
Yeah.
In AA, I've seen bottom dwellers, dudes that were literally homeless and been almost on the verge of wet brain. In those specific cases, right? In when it comes to like chronic alcoholism,
Yeah.
I believe that 12-step groups are probably the only way to do it. And I'm a spiritual
You know what? He is right, because I'm an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily believe in a God, but I will say it when I see someone so fucked up. I'm like, that person needs Jesus, because sometimes that is the only salvation. And there are people who
Interesting.
get on the right path just when they fixate and they believe in something so deeply. And even though I don't believe it, I think that it would probably better their lives.
And it's also
with it.
isn't the God thing that AA is truly based upon. It is getting out of yourself and helping another human being. So it's like my fears and all my depression and everything is based on self-seeking motives and being self-centered and living on self-will. You know what I mean? Where's me? And that's where my depression sits. The reason why people feel better after an AA meeting is because when people are sick in the room and they have a week or 3 days or a day of sobriety and they're scared and they don't know what to do, and you reach your hand out and go, "Hey, can I buy you a meal? Do you need a ride home? Hey, you can call me anytime you want, 24/7." That act of doing that is what I think the key of AA is helping another human being. The God thing isn't. Most people that I know in AA don't talk about Jesus. or it's not. It's like it's this ambiguous, thing that it's just a power greater than yourself. But I think the real key is that for me, yeah, I might be able to stay. I mean, like right now I have 14 years, but I haven't been to really. I'm not active in AA in this last year. I would have to say that if I was more active in AA right now, I'd be much happier.
Wow.
I have a question then. So for someone, let's say like me, my belief is always self-accountability. I can never get myself to think that a higher power took away my addiction. Let's suppose I became an addict. That's where I would find myself a little confused, because what if I was an addict and I'm like, look, I don't believe in a higher power that's going to remove this addiction. I want to believe in myself and my own accountability to rid myself of this addiction. So how do you address somebody like me then?
But I'm going to argue this is that you don't have an addiction. So it's like you would know if you had an addiction that, oh, my will isn't working.
I see.
I don't have a choice.
It's beyond me.
It's beyond me. There's nothing I can do. I've gone through all these different roads, and all the doors are shut, and I'm fucked.
But
right?
do you get what I'm saying, though?
Exactly.
I want to drive the wheel. I want to drive the wheel.
If I had
of my
that,
life.
then I wouldn't need AA. I don't have that.
I see. Okay, I got it.
I can't stop.
I understand.
On my own. It's 9:00 now. I have to do a show in 30 minutes.
Okay, let's wrap up with
For
a
real?
question. Take
Go
Chris
ahead.
with you.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Chris
You
Witaske.
listen to an email, and then you try your best to respond.
Try your
It's
best.
called unhelpful advice, so you don't have to be.
Hello, TigerBelly. My name is Guilherme, and I'm from Brazil, and I have a girlfriend. We're both young, 19 years old for me, 18 years old for her, and I'm extremely jealous of her and her ex-boyfriend and dudes that she gets laid with. I was a virgin. I was a virgin until I met her, and I can't stand she talking about her past sexual relations. I don't know if that happens because I was a virgin, but I wish that some of her experiences of BDSM she should have done only with me. I think that I'm selfish and need to see some professional help, because the feeling is the same that if I was cheated. I feel depressive, extremely sad. Can you help me with some advice? I know that you're young. I know that we're young, but she really is the woman of my life. I've been with other girls, but we have never had sex. Thanks. Love you, Bobby.
So
Khalyla,
he
GPD.
lost his virginity to this girl, and she keeps talking about her previous partners.
Well,
19-year-old can't deal
unfortunately,
with
you
that.
can't change. You have the facts. You have to accept the situation because there's nothing you can do about it.
No, what he could do about it is, hey, listen, lady, I love you. I don't want to hear about your shit because I'm not emotionally mature. I'm not ready to hear all of it. Like you and I, we talk about shit openly because we laugh about it. I'm 31, you're 45. We've seen a bit, right? But when you're 19, you're not emotionally equipped to deal with or imagining your partner being with other people, especially BDSM. And he lost his virginity to this girl.
I get what he's doing. I guess what he's saying. Yeah, it's he loves her so much, and he hates the fact that some other man, you know what I mean, entered her nice,
which
juicy,
is every 19-year-old,
juicy
right?
little vagina.
What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, it's funny because when you're 19, what did he say? I know we're young, but she really is
the woman of my life.
Like I think back to when I was 19, and I was saying the same exact fucking thing about I can't even remember her name now, you know. and so I get where this kid's at, and I can totally empathize with him. But dude,
it's gonna change when you get older.
I also think that jealousy is almost inescapable. You're going to get through. You're going to go through a window of a few years where you're just the most jealous person on earth, and you're going to break out of it at some point. Some people take longer. Some people.
I wish I could still feel jealous.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not jealous.
I'm not jealous at all.
I'm still a little bit jealous.
I am still a little too.
No, I wish I could be jealous.
Does that mean he
for
doesn't?
you.
Does that mean he doesn't love you? You don't love me?
I love you.
No, it just means he's been through a lot.
I just don't get jealous. If you cheated on me, there'd be wrath, like massive wrath that you would not, you won't deal with
You
the
won't
consequences.
survive.
You won't survive it. But my
Death
point
by
is,
swords.
no, it'll just be so devastating that you'll be like, "What the fuck happened?" But
So many butt
but
licks.
I know that you won't do that, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
If you were at a club and some guy, you know what I mean, try to hit on you, I've seen it. Guys come up to you and go, "It doesn't make me jealous at all." And then if they look at me and they go, "Why are you with this little piece of shit?" I'm fucking magic, pure and simple.
Yeah, but I also have your back.
Pure magic.
I also don't do things to incite any type of jealousy. I'm
Right.
I'm great, babe. Give some credit to me.
Yeah, give her some credit.
Yeah. She's
I
great.
want to hear about this really quick
ahead.
about you two. Where'd you meet? You're so
Chris,
great.
you know this.
Huh?
You
I know
know
that.
where we met. And I'm
Oh yeah,
ashamed
you
to
told
say
me
it.
this. You did
Yeah,
tell me.
Tinder. We already fucking told you, man.
Chris just
You
wanted you
piece
to
of
say
shit.
it.
I'm trying to come up with an alternate story that other people might believe, but it turns
I also
out
want to plug your. I want your Instagram and your Twitter to go up.
Yeah.
So what
Your
is it?
handles? Yeah.
Thank you.
What is it?
That's so nice. Okay, my Instagram at Witow, WITOW.
Okay.
Okay,
Instagram.
that's
That was
Instagram.
Oh.
Twitter is my name at Chris Witaske, WITASKE.
Okay.
Promote
And
your
when you if you do follow Chris, do not follow his girlfriend.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they need to catch up.
nice, Bobby.
I want him to catch
don't
up.
follow
Nah.
Katie O'Brien.
Don't
Is it
follow
O'Brien?
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're following her, unfollow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's try to even the playing field here.
Yes.
Even the playing
No,
field.
no, I love her so much.
She's great.
I
She's
just want
very
to
pretty
say
girl.
that it was a pleasure having you on.
This
You have
is
to come
over.
back.
Was.
It's
you have
over.
to come back.
I want to come back.
Yeah.
It's
We
over.
have a lot to dig in. I think we still have
Yeah,
a lot to
we-
delve into together.
I think this was the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
It's the bottom and
we
tip.
learned a lot from you with
But the
Witaske.
masses we got to get through of
That-
the iceberg.
Where do you have a show right now?
It's none of your business. What time are we at now?
We're long, pretty long.
What is it?
Hour something. Hour
Good.
15.
Good.
That was an hour?
Yeah.
Want to
Well
promote any
over an
shows?
hour.
Your shows one more time?
My next show, July 25th, UCB Sunset, 8:30. Allison Jones is my guest. It's going to be great.
Where can they get tickets?
UCBsunset.com, I guess.
Beautiful. Khalyla, any shows for Bobby?
Yes, Sacramento, July, third week of July, something.
Cool. And one more question we have to ask you. We ask every guest. Do you like eating?
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on do we really need to ask
I think
him?
we
I
have to
feel like
ask it.
we've already ended on a good note.
No, ask me.
I've asked everybody. What are your thoughts on butthole eating?
Oh, I like it.
Thank
wow.
But I like it post.
Thank you.
po-
Finally, somebody.
I like it post shower. If I had my pick, I like it post shower.
Okay, then I take that pound.
No.
back. Because you should be indiscriminate about when and where.
I get it.
If it's offered to you, you just take it.
I get it.
Okay, laws of the land.
Yeah, I know. But
Bobby's not into it. No one is in. I'm the only one who's offering my asshole every day of my life.
Bobby's not into it.
He's just not into any. Yeah,
All right.
he's weirded out by his
Hey.
own asshole, so he doesn't want to.
I'll say this. Last weekend,
Yeah.
I dabbled.
Okay, you dabbled. What does dabbling mean?
I went. Then I went back.
You're like, no, thank you.
I'm okay. I think I tasted something. I'm good.
All right, guys, find us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at the TigerBelly, and write us your questions and emails to thetigerbelly@gmail.com. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us, Chris,
Thank
and
you
we
for
hope you
having
come
me.
back.
Where'd Bobby go? He just disappeared.
Yeah,
just leave.
go
That's
follow
what-
him to the
that's-
comments.
He's not
Go.
even real. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Cutukan kamu pagkaki Cikumula kau dapat kami ulumi Buruk kaya kapak dito lukma Syukuluk mula iye Cukutukan kamu pagkaki Cikumula kau dapat kami